If you guys ever wondered how much Michael Jordan is worth, the answer is a lot. His net worth grows more and more every year, and so are his spending habits. If we talk numbers, the former NBA star is reportedly worth as much as $1.9 billion US. Yes, billion. He's considered the richest athlete of all time. And how does he spend his money? Well, from investments to gambling, keep watching so you can find out more about his interesting spending habits. Number 8, security. When traveling, Jordan always brings his security team, and they do make good money from their job. It costs him around $1,000 to $1,500 per hour. His name among the personnel? Yahweh, which is a Hebrew word for God. Sounds right? And we just can't go on without mentioning Michael Wozniak. He was part of Jordan's security, and he was a Chicago police officer who joined the Chicago Police Department in the 1970s. He and a few others worked part-time at Chicago Stadium, where they would work as security officers. That's how I got the opportunity to work with Michael and his entire family, Wozniak told Complex in 2016. Wozniak died in 2020, and in the tribute video for him, many pictures can be seen with him and Jordan at different points in Jordan's career. Jordan Brand even created custom security jackets for Wozniak and his crew. Number 7, investments. We all know that the Hornets are Jordan's biggest investment in all these years, but he also participated in funding rounds for Sports Radar, a Switzerland-based sports data provider, Headphone Brand Music, Gigster, a San Francisco-based marketplace for a freelance tech talent, and Azomniac. Jordan entered fellow NBA Hall of Famer Magic Johnson in 2018 as an investor in Azomniac, which is the parent company of esports squad Team Liquid, priced at $320 million. Jordan has some of the off-radar investments though. One of them is his investment in a North Carolina Nissan car dealership. Back in 1997, he placed his name on the dealership by allowing them to use video clips of him in the waiting room. He has invested in many restaurants around the world, and Business Insider called it just another one of his side hustles. He's also known for the most diverse investors, and when you look at his investments, you can feel how he's constantly trying to keep his income high. Number 6, donations. Being rich and helping organizations that are trying to make this world a better place to live in is simply amazing. This year, Jordan and Nike Jordan's brand stated that they decided to donate $100 million over 10 years to organizations fighting for racial equality, social justice, and greater access to education. And June 5th announcement got among nationwide Black Lives Matter protests over the killing of George Floyd. To honor the birth of his first grandson, Rakeem Michael Christmas, Michael Jordan has donated $30 million over the last 5 years to activist projects, including $5 million to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, at least $3 million to hurricane relief, millions to Make-A-Wish, and millions to Chicago area charities, according to a review Jordan did with Craig Melvin on The Today Show. My purpose for doing it is because I see a certain need, he told Melvin. I feel a certain warmth about it. If I feel like I'm making a difference, that's all that matters to me. Jordan's personality and his humanitarian character are one topic in the press. Number 5, lawyers. It's not shocking that the Jordan name brand brings so much cash, so companies often try to illegally appropriate it. And back in 2016, Jordan won a case against a Chinese sportswear brand that has stolen his name, and what did he do with the money? Charity, of course. He donated every single cent. The ruling ended an 8-year legal dispute between Jordan and Quadan. The news came 3 years after New Balance won a $1.5 million lawsuit against 3 Chinese shoemakers for using the sportswear's company slanted end logo in 2017, per Lee of Reuters. Nike's Jordan brand makes a lot of money, and the brand alone brings in roughly $3 billion each year. Their income grows more each year, and the popularity of Air Jordans grew in recent years since celebrities often do partnerships to attract the younger audience and retro versions to attract the older fans. Jordan also wanted to sign with Adidas back in 1984, and the reason he didn't do it was they preferred NBA players who were 7 feet tall. Also, he's known as picky about his endorsements. He rejected a deal with Beanie Weenies back in the 90s because he didn't like the name, despite the fact that he was offered an enormous amount of money. The deal would have been worth nearly $1 million annually. To put that in perspective, $1 million in 1990 is worth about $2 million in today's dollars, and Jordan wasn't even making that much money playing basketball. Number 4, properties. Let's talk about homes. Having this amount of money certainly comes with some expensive properties. Back in 2013, Michael Jordan bought a $2.8 million home in Charlotte, North Carolina, according to AOL. The home was said to not be so expensive. Since the house was originally listed at $3.49 million. The residence includes 8 rooms and is located on a golf course. Jordan also holds the entire 7th floor of a luxury condo building in Charlotte, according to the Charlotte Observer. If you ever think about buying properties that belong to Michael Jordan, back in 2019, Forbes reported that Jordan has listed his home in Park City, Utah for $7.5 million. The Chicago mansion of Michael Jordan has been on the market since 2012, according to Business Insider. The house was first listed for $29 million, but slowly dropped to just $14,855,000. Those numbers add up to 23. There's no doubt that Michael Jordan owns some amazing looking properties, but we can't just stop looking at his primary residence, the 26,000 square foot mansion in Jupiter, Florida. Along with his dream home in Jupiter, Michael Jordan owns both a lakefront property and a luxury condo in Charlotte, North Carolina, which we previously mentioned. He also reportedly owns property in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we'll just believe it's something amazing. The mansion he still owns in Chicago's Highland Park is built from scratch. Number 3, gambling. 2 of Jordan's favorite things are cigars and gambling. Years ago, it was stated that the NBA star spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on a single round of golf. It's even said that Jordan is struggling with a gambling addiction since he took $500 from a fan at a charity golf tournament after winning a bet. Jordan denies nothing, insisting on his right to associate and wager with anyone he chooses. The Times' Mark Heisler wrote in 1992 after connections to Boyer and Dow became public. The mistake, first of all, was that it got to be a public knowledge situation. Jordan said, "I love to bet. That's a part of everyone's competitive attitude." As Charles Barkley once told in an interview with Dan Patrick, we'd be playing golf with certain people and we'd be playing a couple $100 a hole. And he'd be playing some guy for like $100,000. He's like, "Charles, pick that up," Barkley said, imitating Jordan. "I'm like, this putt is for $200. Pick that up," Charles said. "Get out of my way, you're in my line," I'd say. "Well, how much is that putt for?" He'd say $300,000. I'd say, "Let me get out of your line." Number 2, private jet and yachts. When it comes to transportation, Michael Jordan travels with fancy private jets and fancier cars. First, we must mention his private jet, a Gulfstream G550, and that has a Jupiter Man logo and a call sign of N236MJ. His jersey number, the number of championship titles, and his initials. He also owns a 230-foot yacht with the name Mr. Terrible, which has 8 cabins and a full-size basketball court. The iconic basketball player started the new year by getting an unbelievable yacht. He is sailing on board of a $80 million mega yacht off the coast of St. Barth's, according to TMZ. He doesn't own the yacht, but the charter price for the swimming mansion is $840,000 per week. But if you get plenty of enjoyments in return, well, we'd hope so. And aside from the 8 cabins, bar, dining room, full gym, and deck jacuzzi, the ship even comes implemented with a full basketball court. Number 1, golf. It looks like Michael Jordan loves to golf, and when we say love, we mean he actually has built his own private golf course, aka Grove 23, in Hobe Sound, Florida. The club has a very small number of members, which was exactly what Jordan wanted when he decided to create the club. NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, former NASCAR driver Michael Waltrip, and Ricky Fowler play there in February. The course was unbelievable, Hamlin told USA Today. There are only 75 members, hopefully to be 76 here in the next few weeks. So it was really an honor to be invited and be a member at such an exclusive place. It's really new, just a few months old. It's going to be fun to do for the next 20 to 30 years as long as I'm able to play. Michael Jordan also played at the major golf courses all over the world, and he often buys conceivable golf-related products. He has a custom golf cart with the Jumpman logo on the front. We end our video here, guys. Share your thoughts about Michael Jordan's lifestyle in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos such as this. Thanks for watching.